Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday. Pretty amazing week. It's our fifth day in a row. Every day this week, the S&P 500 went up. That's pretty unusual, actually. It was up about 0.4% today, which is good. We've got some good, lack of overhead resistance now. Hopefully, we can continue to run. Clean energy had sort of a, medium day again. Seems to be kind of sitting for a while. So our portfolios did just medium also, but very, very good altogether so far this year. And we just made one change and we moved into a little bit of the 3D printing. I showed you a few videos ago, kind of as an emerging growth trend, what was happening there. So let me just kind of dive in and show you what I'm looking at and why we made this move today. Um, so first of all, the 3D printing exchange traded fund, there's only one of them, is managed by this group called ARC. And ARC has several other ETFs, and they have been managed by a lady by the name of Kathy Wood and her team. And so just to give you an example, this is all 2,341 different ETFs in existence that I'm following. So I'm not looking at the leveraged ones, just these. But look at this. There's ARC, ARC, ARC. There's 5 of her ETFs in the top 25 different ETFs. Now, again, this is at a 2,341. She's really, really doing well. And we own several of these pieces. We own G, we own K here, et cetera. And so if you go down here, we can see, and I put a slightly different color so you can see, here's the 3D printing. And that was in what, 55th place, not bad. Again, out of that many. But if I show you here now, I'm going to rank these by 9-month return instead of 12. And you can see, oh, there it is, jumps up into the top 30 and still got all of our other pieces. Unbelievable return for the last 9 months. Here we go, last 6 months, moving up again, again, sorting that, last 3 months, et cetera. So you can see what's happening, the trend, and kind of that emerging piece there. I can see this on the chart, the relative strength is there, and all of those different types of things. And ARC has a really interesting piece on their website called the investment case for 3D printing. I'll just point out a couple of pieces. First of all, this is the number of Google searches around 3D printing. It's a rough way of kind of seeing what kind of interest is out there. And you can see here in 2013 was a really hot subject and has died off dramatically. This is very common with new technology. There's all this hype around it before it's really ready to go. And most of this was around consumer 3D printing and not the manufacturing, which is what I'm about to talk about now. But what they're saying is that the market's probably underestimating the power of 3D printing. And so they give some examples here. One is the adoption, for airplane engine manufacturing. So there was 19 roughly parts made in 2015. Now 304 are being made. Projection by 3024 is 4,000 of the parts in an aircraft engine might be made by 3D printing. And the total number of parts comes down, which is, of course, a big efficiency from, it looks like about 225,000 to about 50,000 parts in that airplane engine. And they give another example here with a rocket engine. So traditionally, manufacturing be 100,000 parts, takes 24 months to build, essentially 48 months of design time. It's all human design parts, a very complex supply chain. And a 3D printed rocket manufactured is about 1,000 parts, 2 months to build instead of 24, 6 months to design instead of 48. It's computer generated design, simplified supply chain, et cetera. And so I think this is a really interesting area. I like to ride waves and momentum, and we've had some really good success doing that. This seems to be one of the emerging trends that's coming out. I hope it continues. We'll watch and see what happens. But I'm pretty excited about it. It was up a bunch today again, so that's a good sign. There seems to be some real interest in this area right now. And so let's wait and see what happens next week. We just have had a great week altogether, just in terms of the recovery from last week. And so I think that's good. I love the fact that we've gone a little bit sideways here for a little while. I think that's important. Let off some of the steam for this big run up. The stimulus package is on the way. That should be a big deal to the market at some point here also. So let's see what happens on Monday. I'll talk to you then. Thank you very much.